says go.
All right, please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right, did we bring any minutes, Ellen?
We do have one set of minutes from May 21st, Mr. Chairman.
May 21st, entertain a motion to approve.
I might make that motion.
All right, do we have a second?
Mr. Chair.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, all right, any other minutes, Ellen?
That is it.
They're on your
Sure.
desk.
They're on my desk, okay, waiting for my review. Okay, very good. Do we have any reports to bring forth? Terry didn't give us a report this morning.
We do not. Terry didn't leave a report with it this morning. Still working on it.
Okay, any correspondence?
I have none.
No, okay. We'll jump to calendar review. What do we have exciting going on this week, Ellen? We thought we were gonna be jumping into stage 1 fire restrictions, but they backed off on that, so we'll be looking into that again next
Oh,
week.
really?
Yeah,
Cause it's so moist now?
yeah. I'm trying to get everybody to cooperate at the same time is a challenge.
Oh,
Did you get to the calendar?
oh, there it goes. It was 5 minutes. Tonight, DOI task force at 5.
It's been canceled.
There will be no DOI task force tonight at 5.
Hmm.
Tomorrow, Boulder Senior Center quarterly luncheon.
Yeah, I haven't been to that for a while. I don't know if I'll make it tomorrow either. I'll have to check in with them one of these days.
Thursday, mental health local advisory committee meeting at noon. Is that right, Bob?
Yes, that is correct.
Survey
Had to
review.
count my Thursdays, yeah.
Thursday review at 1:30 and library board at 6:30.
Library board canceled. Till next week.
No library board meeting this week. It's Commissioner Kirsch's Friday. CSAA call at 5:30 and there's just a union meeting on Monday.
What's on Monday?
The union meeting.
Union budget meeting, okay. Negotiation meeting, perfect. Commissioner Mullen, do you have anything to add to this week?
The only thing I show is a transportation advisory committee meeting tomorrow at 2 o'clock in Whitehall.
Very good. Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Hager, do you have anything to add?
Monday, did you say, at 6:30 PM here at, in Boulder Parks Trails Recreation
I did not.
Commission is?
Okay, perfect. Anything else? The only thing I have to add is fire council meeting is tonight in Basin at 6:30. Okay. We'll jump to commission reports. Sound like we didn't have much there. Commissioner Mullen, do you want to start?
I'll be real quick, Mr. Chairman. One meeting to report on. That took place last Friday. It was my Central Service Area Authority meeting. That's about my report. You know, we talked about one item for about an hour, and that was the Medicaid disenrollments that we've been going through and how it's affecting people with mental illness. They're being largely affected. A lot of people are being affected because they didn't return the paperwork that was being requested, and we feel as though a lot of our people were a large group of those that didn't return that paperwork. So we're trying to help them through that now. So, what else did we have? Other than that, we just went over the other training mental health training opportunities that we're going to have in the region in the next several weeks. Talked a little more about House Bill 872, the $300 million funding proposal of the governor's, and where we're at in that process. The Boyd Andrews meeting was canceled last Wednesday. A lot of my meetings have been canceled the last few weeks for the 4th of July, so it's kind of a nice tradition. Kind of like that, but That's it for today, Mr.
All
Chairman.
right, thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Haggerty.
On the 11th of this month, the Community Transition Advisory Committee, which is a CTAC meeting in Whitehall. Golden Sunlight Mine have had 0 incidents in the month of June. Replaced a slurry machine and another pump. Everything should be up and operational within a week. They've been down for a while due to that. And then currently the mine has 50 full-time employees while still seeking to hire an electrician, and 40% of the workforce are contractors. That same day, Survey Review Committee, I wasn't able to attend that meeting. The same day, later on, the Weed Board Commission, Director Jill Allen chose to send an email in lieu of the monthly July meeting regarding her busy schedule. She updated the commission that weed spraying is now done on Interstate 90 and Interstate 15 and wrapping up on the county roads. On the 12th Friday, the Whitehall Mosquito Board, Director K.N. Davis advised that there haven't been enough mosquitoes present to justify any spraying at this time. She wanted to say if anyone encounters these pests in a larger size amount, then let her know, or Commissioner Haggerty knows that it can be dealt with accordingly. And then last night, the Whitehall Town Hall meeting, at the meeting, the agenda items were again tabled, so no action was taken, so. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have.
Pretty easy, huh? Very good. Going back to last week, we did have a solid waste board meeting. And nothing really new there. We kind of got an overview of his budget where we spend about 100 grand more than what we bring in every year. We're gonna have to probably rectify that at some point. We've had a reserve cash account for quite some time and we're whittling away at that. So probably the next couple of years, we're gonna have to.
I would suggest that we figure out how to do that with our other funds too.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
That's true too. We seem to be in the rears and about. Let's see, Trico Fire Safe Working Group last Thursday. Mostly a lot of the same stuff. They're pretty much out of mitigation money right now. They're looking for more grants. They've got lots of projects on the board, but no money left, so. Trying to figure out different grants, probably at the legislative, probably at the federal side, trying to get some more money, so. I may talk to some of our delegates at Mako and figure out what's going on there, because if we got projects, we don't have any money, that's not good for fire mitigation, so. They can still do assessments and management plans for anybody that wants to look at their property for fire. That gets 2 steps out of the way for free. And then we just had to hire a contractor to get the thing done. But typically they pay for at least half of that on a grant basis, but again, we're out of money. Starting our restrictions calls. Today was the first call for fire restrictions and we thought we were gonna go into stage 1, but they backed out of that. We try to stay with the forest, the BBRD and the Helena Forest, because we're right in the middle of both of them. If one goes and one doesn't, it puts us in an awkward position, but we try to get them both to go at the same time so we can be the same. So we're not gonna do anything this week, it doesn't sound like. Anything else? Northwest Energy, they're gonna be putting some fire, what do they call those? They can spot fires on some of our towers around the county. I think one up north and one up on, what's that?
Oh, really? I didn't know.
Yeah, then one up here on the rate, what do they call that? Microwave tower or whatever. But they point them in a certain direction where there's a lot of deadfall.
They pick up the heat.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a heat signature or what, but they can pick up on fires quicker than normal, so. Part of them putting them on our equipment is they'll give us access to those cameras, so I don't know what good that does to us, but.
Can I add to that? I mean, when I know about it with Northwestern Energy, and then at the same time, if the power lines, that have anything to do with power lines, they can shut the power off. Due to the nature of the call
Yeah,
in that specific area.
yep. They're also gonna put a quicker trigger on a lot of their circuits. A lot of the times they'll let the circuit, like if they know a ground is happening or like a tree falls against it, it takes a second to shut off. They're gonna get a quicker trigger that shuts it off quicker for this fire season, something to that nature. I didn't quite understand, but it's supposed to shut the power off quicker versus sparking for half an hour till they figure out what's going on. Let's see. He was talking about the power shutoffs. I think that's on everybody's mind. If we get critical fire weather danger, the Northwest Energy has the option to shut legs of their power off, so anybody can lose their power in the middle of a dry, hot, red flag warning day, essentially. I'm not sure, they haven't really given us the specifications on what would, require a power shut off, but just be aware, if your power shuts off on a hot windy day, that's probably what it is.
And they came to the VTAC meeting last week and kind of gave an overview
Yeah,
of that. They didn't have any details, but give us a
So-
heads up.
that's part of the future we're gonna have to live with, I guess, on really hot, fire days, they're gonna shut some of their lines off anyway, it might not affect everybody, but. They said the bad part about that is getting it turned back on, they gotta make sure all their lines are clear, everything's good before they turn it back on, so it might be a little bit before, if they do shut it off, it may be a little bit to get it turned back on, so. Yeah, so that was about it for Trico. What else did I do? I thought I had one more. Maybe not. See if I can anything else. I think that was about it. We did have a road meeting this morning and we also met with the treasurer. And I think that was about it. It's been kind of nice, kind of light week, so. Okay, opportunity for public comment. This is the time we set aside for anybody in the public that wants to bring some forth to the commission. It's not on the agenda, but I don't see anybody here besides Teresa. You got anything for us today, Teresa, since you're the public?
Just updating you guys that, the Barrett van is in transition to be transferred to Custer County.
You're losing one of your vans?
That's the other transit van. We don't use it, enough to justify it just sitting up there. And, it's too big. And then there's a lot of other agencies that can use it.
Okay,
And so what we're gonna do is transfer it to Custer County. And then we're gonna work on, a capital grant to get another, ADA van that we can put up there. So
okay.
then, the drivers will have access to two wheelchair, passenger type vans.
Okay,
Is that one of the ones that we insure?
I'm sure it is. We have insurance on that one, don't we, Teresa?
Yes,
We'll have to drop the insurance.
yes, yeah, but it hasn't happened yet. I initiated the transfer July 5th. And I'm waiting on MDT to do whatever they gotta do. And Custer County has to pay us money for the share, I guess, percentage. And then from there, then we can figure out the logistics of taking the insurance off and taking off our decals and that kind of stuff.
Great, yeah, if you can let Ginger know when that transfer happens so we can get it off our insurance, that would be great. Perfect. All right.
Definitely.
Anybody else have anything for the commission? Okay, hearing none, we'll move on down to the real business of the day, discuss and decide on granting large group function permit to Rockin' the Rivers.
And we'll start with Country Jam. Riley Weldy is on, from Live Nation on Zoom. My job is, in the events department, is to harass the promoters to get all the paperwork in that has to be done. As far as Country Jam is concerned, all the boxes have been checked. They have their alcohol permit, they have their fire. They're sending their fee in tomorrow. We've got porta potties, the map, the garbage, emergency medical. The sheriff's department's been in touch with their security people, so they're in communication. Jill at Weed Control, has got that covered, and traffic control is also set up. So Country Jam has filled up all the boxes.
Okay.
So Riley, do you want to add anything to what I just threw out there?
Not really anything on my end. Just, thank you guys so much for continuing to support us, and we're grateful. And if there's anything that you need on my end, please don't hesitate to reach out, and we're excited for another awesome year. So.
And Country Jam is July 25th through the 27th of next weekend.
Yep.
Same weekend as Frontier Days. What's interesting is there's really not doesn't seem to affect
Not much overlap there.
either side, yeah, everything seems to be fine, so.
Good.
So that is, oh, and Megan, has, signed off on her end of it with any question mark on food vendors or anything else, or?
No, as of today, all food vendors have made contact. So we're good to go.
So for Country Jam, I guess I'm asking. for-
Nothing outstanding.
We just have water sampling that'll need to be done throughout the event.
Okay.
But no food vendors are ready.
Okay, let's move on to Headwaters.
Well, that's Headwaters, now Rock
Oh,
and
that
the
one,
Rivers.
okay.
So Rock and the Rivers, Jody Pettit here is from Rock and the Rivers. We have almost all the boxes checked. We're a little short on a couple of minor things. That is, the DOT, the paperwork's in, we're just waiting for the final signature, which is not unusual, they've changed people again. And, the alcohol, permit needs to be signed, but it's the same individual and organization that has Country Jam, so it's the same group. He's out of town?
He's camping out of Salvage. He's supposed to be back today, so I should have it tomorrow.
Okay, and we'll have that, and we got their check as well. Jody met with Megan regarding some issues that regarding food vendors and water.
I had a very stern chat with Jody. Is that how we should describe it? Last year, there were some significant concerns. Water levels are required to have a residual chlorine of 0.38 throughout the event. It was so high, my instrument wouldn't change it. So we were somewhere over 4 parts per million, and we should have had 0.3. Up at those levels is when people start getting sick. The water storage is a huge concern. It's never secure. And again, last year was not secure. So anybody could get in where water is being stored and put something in it. So that's a huge concern. There was wastewater from showers running just on the surface of the ground. And the last one were no porta potties in one area where campers were at. So we had a visit about it. And I warned her that my tolerance is not going to allow that. So hopefully we got her on that mission to get it.
I gotta pass the buck now that I'm aware of it.
And I was a witness to the stern discussion, and it was a loud and clear message, and I'm confident that Jody will make sure that these incidents do not occur again. And I think Riley is done.
Yep, she's gone.
All right. So that's it for both large group permits for Rock and Rivers and Country Jam.
So everything's good on the Rock and the River besides DOT and alcohol?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and those will be, oh, and
With
vendors.
exception, I've only heard from 5 of the 14 food vendors.
Okay.
And in Jody's defense, that's not her responsibility, it's the food vendors, but they've been told loud and clear, if they don't hit their deadline by August 1st,
They
August
can't.
1st, 1
They're
week
out.
prior.
yep, they're out. And they know it. So,
So we'll keep working. We've got
Yep.
2 weeks to get that done. So I'm not concerned about that.
Very good. So Country Jam's all ready to go. Rock and Rivers we want to pass that with the idea that they get the rest of the stuff in line before we issue the permit. I'm not sure how that works.
Yeah, I
Typically,
do a motion on both of them, I think, but.
and I'll make sure that Rockin has the necessary paperwork they need done before.
Okay. So if we pass the Country Jam, because it's ready to go, and then go back and we can do the Rock and the Rivers with the understanding that they get the things that aren't in place yet done before the ultimate authorization for it, I guess. That's what we do almost every year, I think. is
Yeah.
Contingency.
Contingent on the rest of the
Deliverables, yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, however you want to do it. You can start with Rock and the Rivers with the contingencies, or just go ahead with the Country Jam as is. Gentlemen, either one, you want to make a motion on that?
I move to approve Rock and the Rivers based on that contingency prior to the date of it starts.
All right. You got that, Helen?
Yep.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
All right, any other discussion, questions? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, all right. And the last one is Country Jam. Do I hear a motion on
Headwaters
approving
Country
that?
Jam, I approve or I move that we make that, that approval, Mr. Chair.
All right, motion on the approval of the permit. Do I hear a second?
Second, Mr. Chair.
All right, any other discussion on that one? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, all right, unanimous. You're all set. Very good. Thank you, Jody. Thank you, Bruce.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
All right, have a
Thank you,
good,
Jody.
couple of events. We hope it's, good for you.
Me too. Megan does it, but.
All right.
Okay,
Anything,
thanks,
anything
guys.
else for the good of the order? Yep, thanks, guys. Hearing nothing, we'll be adjourned. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Teresa.
Did you get it recorded?
Have a good day.
Always forget I can just search for